Hi y'all, Dan here. Thanks for joining me.
Well, hey y'all, thanks for joining me. You know, I have 32 days before I'll be on the approach trail from Amicalola Falls up to Springer Mountain. And then on the 9th of March, I'll head north from Springer. For my plans, I'm hoping to summit Katahdin on the 11th of September. You know, there's reasons for everything that we do. There's a reason for me starting when I'm starting. And there's a reason for me to want to summit Katahdin on the September the 11th. Because my experiences with 9/11 haven't always been the greatest. So yeah, I want new memories and I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to the trip, looking forward to sharing it with you. But today I'm going to do something a little different. Today I'm going to answer a question that one of my subscribers sent to me, saying that, you know, a lot of the videos share what goes in someone's backpack, or how they use their tent, or what their sleeping system looks like, what their backpack looks like. But they haven't seen a video of how to pack your food bag. And what does one carry when they pack a food bag? So I'm going to show you a little bit about what I do. This is not a how-to do. This is a video about what I do. I'm not an authority on this stuff, but I know what works for me. I hope that it'll be some ideas for you that you can use and shape for your own self. So let's get started. Well, I'm going to show you about 3 different things here. One thing, I'm going to show you what's in one of my day kits, my day food bag. And then I'm going to show you how I had packed in the past using this. This is an Ursack bear bag. And then what I plan to do with my new bear bag from Hilltop Packs. First, I pack every day's food in a single freezer bag. This is a 1-gallon freezer bag, and it holds all of my food for the day. I use a freezer bag because if I want to boil water in here, the freezer bag won't melt. A regular Ziploc bag will melt. So, what do I have in here? Well, I've got, first off, let me just pull out some things that I probably shouldn't have. I've got some candy for my snacks. Being diabetic, I probably shouldn't have that, but I do. I also have this little pack of 100-calorie pack of cashews and almonds and raisins and cranberry, dried cranberries. And I use that for an energy boost as I'm hiking on the trail. Also have a couple of packs of crackers that I use, and all of these are snacks that sort of keep me going through the day. I also have a little meat bar, a little beef bar here, and I can either use this as a snack, or sometimes I'll cut this up and I'll put it in my dinner just to give it a little protein. The next thing I have is breakfast. Now for breakfast, these are instant grits, and I'll use this, and I may mix raisins in with it, and then that becomes sort of my hot meal breakfast. And then I also use these Carnation instant breakfasts. These are the high protein instant breakfasts. They come, you have to look for this high protein piece of it, and I'm just looking for every way that I can get more protein through my day. And oftentimes I'll take the instant breakfast and I'll mix in a coffee. In that way I sort of have a mocha in my breakfast for the morning. That starts me on my day. Now for lunch, what I don't have here with me, but I carry a tortilla in each one of these bags. My tortillas right now are in the fridge. So I always carry a tortilla. All my stuff's falling apart. I always carry a tortilla in my bag, and then what I do is I'll take a packet of peanut butter, a little packet of honey, mix this together, and I make a peanut butter and honey burrito. And that's usually my lunch, and then along with my lunch I'll have some sort of fruit bag that I'll drink as well. And then, of course, a bag of chips. So, and be creative. Sometimes, you know, you can take the chips and you can put it in with all your other stuff and roll that up in your tortilla and have what you're going to have. For dinner, I like to make a hot dinner. That just helps me sleep at night. So what I do is I have, in this bag, I have some potatoes, some instant potatoes, and then I have a tuna creation. And I try to mix up flavors that might complement one another. So like here is a sour cream and chives with a herb and garlic tuna. And that will be my dinner. And I also throw in a 1-quart freezer bag because the gallon freezer bag may be too big for me to cook in. So. And all of that fits well in my 1-gallon freezer bag. So I'm going to start with my sack. You have probably seen these. These are supposed to be bear proof. I would say bear resistant, but they're made out of a bulletproof material. Now they may crush the food if they find it, but they typically can't get into it. And so that gives you some different options that you can do. If you can't find a tree to hang it, what I have done and what's recommended by various people is that you can hang this on a tree trunk, just tie it to the tree trunk. I've done that and I've never had any problem with it, but that's my experience. So how do I do that? Well, inside the sack is an op sack. And this op sack has a double seal zipped lock closure. It's supposed to be odor proof, and so if the animals can't smell it, they're not going to be looking for it. So I keep all of my food in this sack. I do that whether it's in this bag or in this bag. I just want to have a double seal to protect my food as much as I can. Now in this is already packed for a trip that I have coming before I start the AT. I'll be going to, I'll be sharing those videos with you on this other trip, but I'm not going to announce what it is yet. This is 4 days of food in here. It's 4 of those 1-gallon freezer bags filled with pretty much the same. The only difference is I will alternate my breakfast between instant grits and instant oatmeal. I'll alternate my dinner between a Knorr's pasta or a Knorr's rice or the instant potatoes. But I try to keep a little variety so that I don't get bored with my meal, but pretty much the same type of routine. A hot breakfast, a peanut butter and honey burrito for lunch, and then finally a hot dinner. This is the way I pack my bag, and that goes in to the sack. But this is where people sometimes make a huge mistake of how they tie this off. You know, they see this pull string and they just pull it tight like this and think that that's it. That doesn't give you the protection that is recommended and what I think you need. It's hard for you to see, but there are 2 holes on this side of the bag's top. So what one does, you take the 2 strings and you cross them, and one string goes through the opposite hole, the other string goes through its opposite hole, like that. That's important. And once you have them crossed, just like this, you see that they're crossing. Once you have them crossed like that, you pull it tight. And once you pull it tight, it really makes it a seal there. And then you do a double overhand knot. One. And you tighten that down. And then you come back and you do a second double overhand knot. And you tie that down. And that seals your bag. And honestly, now I won't say a critter can't get in there, a mouse or something, but I have never had a problem with it when I do it right. I've been with others that use this bag, they don't tie it this way, and they end up having problems. But I've never had a problem with this. And then what I will do with these is, you know, depending on what I'm doing, if I'm going to hang it, I just make a loop. And I'll hang it like a regular bear bag. That's my preferred option. But if I don't have a tree that's able to do that, then I'll just take this and I'll tie it around the trunk of a tree. And honestly, what I do is I just use a plain old square knot. And I just tie it to there. I might tie another knot on it for safety's sake. But and then that's tied around the tree trunk. Again, I'm not saying this is how to do it. I'm saying this is how I do it, and I have not had problems with it. So this is my earth sack. It has been a faithful bag to me on many trips. I really like it, but it can be a little bit heavy. The sack itself, again, I think it weighs like 15 ounces. It's pushing a pound for the sack. By the time you throw the op sack in it, and then this 4 days of food, this ends up weighing about 8 pounds for 4 days of food. And that's the typical for me. It's about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of food a day using this sack. Now, of course, it's the same food, but this is 5 days of food in this sack. I don't have this packed in an op sack yet because when I get back from my next trip, I'll move the food over into that op sack and I'll put it into this bag. But this is 5 days of food here. And what I've done by watching the videos, I've tried to pack this so that I can roll it 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and then snap it. And then Hilltop Packs, they've included this strap here, so you can hang it from this strap, and you're not hanging it from the clip itself, which is much better for the bag. I talked about how I was excited that they put my logo, especially my Appalachian Trail, Wandering Monk Takes on the Appalachian Trail thumbnail on this bag. This bag, again, like Hilltop's bags, has a simple snap at the top. I have this very light line for my bear hang, and I put a carabiner on it. And then inside, I have my food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days of food. You sort of have to look at the shape of your bag to determine how you're going to pack it in there, and so that you still have room that you can close it. So I realized the first time I did this, you know, I didn't pack it very efficiently, and I could barely get it closed this way. Well, that isn't going to work. So what I do, this bag has a flat bottom. It's a good sized bag, has a flat bottom, and that bottom is about the size and shape of a 1 gallon freezer bag full of food. So I just sort of turn it down and I lay them. I'll lay one down in there, just like that. Take the next one, whichever one it is, it really doesn't matter. And I'll lay it on top, just like that. I'll take a third one. I'll lay it on top. Now that I've sort of built a stack, and you can see, you know, I've built it, it's about this tall, about the size of my logo. Then what I do, I take the fourth one, and rather than laying it right on top, I fold it, and I'll slide it into the side. And there's room enough, and I can slide it in, and that keeps 4 meals at about the same height as 3. And that allows me to take my 5th meal, put it right on top. And if I wanted to really press it down, of course I would crush all of my chips. If I really wanted to crush it down, I could put 6 days of food in this bag. Really pretty easy. Well, once it's closed, I fold it over 1, 2, 3 times, and then snap it shut. And that is my food bag. One of the things that I've learned is to keep as much of my equipment and my food and everything I'm going to put on my backpack, I want to keep it as efficiently packed as I can. And I also want to not limit myself to where I'm just eating bland food all the time. So let me show you what else I've got. So you find little tricks to use. Now, this is all of my condiments. These I have in this top one. This is just regular salt and pepper. And you can see this all twists off, and I have a salt and pepper shaker here. And here, yeah, I have chili powder and I have lemon pepper. And that way I can use it to season my food. And here I have garlic salt and minced onions. And so I have enough spices that I don't have to sit and get bored in my taste. Very light, but it gives me 6 different spices. You can use whatever you like. This is just pretty much the basics of what I enjoy. So I hope this is helpful, and I look forward to sharing my upcoming hike that I'll be doing. I'm very excited about sharing that with you. And then of course the Appalachian Trail, it's just it's in a league of its own. So I'm really looking forward to that. For everyone that's out there, be safe. For all of you who are coming along with me through these videos, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for joining me. If you have anything that you'd like to see, please include it in the comments. When I'm out on the trail, you'll be seeing my videos about a week delayed. My plan is to take, and each day I'll video that day of the trail. At night I'll edit that video and I'll save it until I get into town, you know, about once every 6 days. And then I'll upload those videos to be released the next week. So again, it'll be about a week delayed of when you're seeing them. But if there's something that you want to see that I'm not sharing with you, include it in your comments, and I'll try to see how I might do that. All right, well, that'll do it for today. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless you.